As they say hello in France, bon jovi. What we're actually making today is ARROZ CON COCO. It's super simple, but it has a reputation as being super difficult, and it isn't. It's 4 ingredients and time. It takes a long time, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Now, if you've seen my grandmother do it ever, which you probably haven't, because why would you have? It takes her all day. She needs help. She needs a mule. She needs 4 cigarettes and coffee. Like, it's like a thing. So when my mother asked me to do it, I said, absolutely not. I have sanity. And then I Googled it, and it turns out it's nothing. I did it once, and it was super simple. I tweaked it. It's one of those dishes where you do it once, you see where you went wrong, and then you're set. So let's make arroz con coco. What you need is 1 can of coconut milk with no added guar gum, unsweetened. That is a very important thing, the no added guar gum. Otherwise, it will not work. What is guar gum? I don't know. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I've already mixed it in with our salt, which is 1½ teaspoons of salt. Kosher salt, come on. You can use regular white sugar. I like the dark brown sugar just because it gives it a little more flavor. 1/2 cup of raisins, 2 cups of rice, and between 3 and 4 cups of water. How much you need actually depends on your pot and that kind of stuff. I like using a heavy pot, a Dutch oven. I love me a good Dutch oven at night, during the day. Oh, Dutch ovens. Anyways, I think we should probably get going. Now that we're ready, again, this is not difficult. What you do need though is time, and you have to pay attention, and you need to have a good arm because you're going to be stirring for a long, long time. Turn on your stove to medium high. You'll need a spatula. Open up your coconut milk and then just pour it in. This will take about an hour, which means that you'll be hearing me talk for about, I mean you won't, but my editor will, and I'm so sorry because I don't have a lot to say. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to cook this down. You got to stir for life. So what you're basically doing is you're cooking down the solids from the fat and the liquid. So what you're going to end up with is just delicious coconut fat that's been toasted. Is it done yet? No? Alright, well we got a long time to go. Is this healthy? I'm gonna say no. That probably has royalties too. Obviously, if you have a wooden spoon, I would prefer to use a wooden spoon. It's starting to bubble. That's what we want. We want that. We want this. Do you remember the Aristocats when Edgar is making the cats their milk and he like stirs in the poison? I guess. Whenever I cook this, it always reminds me of that. Nothing happens for a long time, and then suddenly everything happens, and you gotta be steeped. How long has it been? 9 minutes. My mother doesn't know I'm making this dish. She'll be very excited. Okay. Although I did not think about the transportation. How am I gonna take it back? The pot? Will it spill? Will the rice go everywhere? Do you have that tryptophobia? Fear of little holes? This is not the time for you. So the first time I did this, I threw in the rice too soon. And you'll see, because I'll show you, because I'm nice. This is gonna reduce, and it's just gonna leave globs of fat. That's white coconut fat. And they'll tan, they'll get darker, they'll get a dark brown. I threw in the rice when it was too light brown. In the words of Socrates, I only know that I know nothing. Or that Aristotle. See, look, it's already starting to brown. Basically, it's a pilaf. And a pilaf is just a rice that's heated in some sort of oil before the water is added. You see that? See how it's getting a little runny? Let me move this down a little, I think. There we go. Oh, camera work, huh? I can get even closer than that, can't I? Look at this, this is fantastic. What a wonderful invention, this little one. Watch my phone fall into the thing. As I say it with my own eyes, the heat seems to be coming. Ooh. The heat seems to be concentrating in the middle, probably just because of the placement of said. It works better. You just want to make sure that you are evenly spreading it out so that it doesn't burn in the middle. Real-time rice making, baby. You can, in this shot, the laptop shot, I can see myself stirring, and I can see the shot in the little phone. Orson Welles would have loved this. By the way, this is a wonderful side to make the other stuff that I've made for you guys, like the salmon or the sous vide steak that was clearly done on a different day, not right before this. No. Here we go. Now it's getting interesting. It looks like a sponge. Oh yeah, look at all that oil that's just melting away. You see that? Yeah, see that? Alright, see now it's all, you only get the solids left. If you're looking at this camera, you can see it through this phone. They look like brains. So this is browning very nicely. I don't know why it wouldn't, it's really just coconut fat. It looks a little like ground beef, but this is still too light. You want to keep stirring. And it's just when you think it's not going to get any darker, it'll get darker. Ooh, baby. See? And I haven't soaked it. I think we're almost ready to go with this. When you want it like this. You put a little brand new thing, just add in the rice. This is where the pilafness comes in. You just want to stir that like fucking crazy. You're going to have to really get in there. You want to do this for about 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever minutes, as long as the rice starts looking translucent. Throw in the salt, add the sugar, throw in the raisins. Continue to stir so it's all well and good and mixed. Remember I said you're going to need between 3 and 4 cups of water. You want that to cover the rice, obviously. So you don't want to undercook the rice. So actually, if you ask me, this step where you just kind of mix the rice in there, pilaf it, I guess, is the most important. It's also the ones where you really can't fuck up. It smells like cereal. Legit. Longer. The rice isn't as translucent enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, as long as you mix it so that it doesn't stick to the pan. Yeah, I think that's ready. Do I think that's ready? It's making a sound. Yeah, that's ready. Alright, so put in the water. That's ready. And you want to simmer that. You want to simmer that for a little. It's not hard, it's not difficult, it's just time consuming. Come on, simmer. Ooh, there we go. Alright, so let it simmer for a little bit. It's almost done, I promise. Okay. Okay, so that's been simmering, so now we putting on lowest for 15 minutes. Now, this is just like a regular rice. Low, cover it, 15. After 15, turn off the heat, let it rest for another 10. Before you fluff, we'll be back. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. So what you want to do is you want to turn off the heat and then get the pot out of the heat and then let it sit for another 15 minutes, like so. It's magic, I know. Fork to flat. Can you see down there? You know what? I actually would have used a little more sugar next time. It's delicious. I'm gonna eat some by myself.